When I went to the hospital, I was diagnosed with a couple of disorders. They said I have health anxiety. They said I had OCD. They said I had panic disorder, generalized anxiety disorder. Like, I literally had a couple of anxiety disorders. And by the way, I'm just curious. I want you to write down below in the comment section, what was your diagnosis? Maybe it's OCD, maybe it's health anxiety, maybe it's generalized anxiety disorder, maybe it's social anxiety, maybe it's, agoraphobia, maybe it's, any type of anxiety disorder. I want you to write to me your diagnosis in the comment section. I'm just curious. I just want to, look through them. So the thing here is something that I wanted to put across, whether you have been diagnosed with all those anxiety, whether it's health, social, generalized anxiety, OCD, panic disorders, anything, any type of anxiety disorder, the response is always the same. Because I find many people, like even my clients who are joining my program, even you guys, you keep on asking, like, should I treat social anxiety the same with health anxiety? How should I respond to OCD? How should I respond to agoraphobia? The response is always the same. It is anxiety. It's just that at that point, like when you go to the hospital, maybe the doctor just wants you to understand the type of anxiety you're struggling with. If it's OCD, you are obsessing about things. You can literally be obsessed about washing your hands, about if you have closed the cooker or not, if you have arranged your shoes in a particular pattern. Like, you can literally be obsessed about anything. If it's health anxiety, you are obsessed about your health. You keep on visiting the hospital. Any slight change in your chest, any slight headache, any slight shaking, you are going to the hospital. You think that you are having, those big illnesses. That's health anxiety. If it's general anxiety, anything, like I had chronic generalized anxiety, because everything used to make me like, panic. Even a tap on my shoulder used to send me into panic. Even a smell, even sounds, like literally anything can make you, anxious. Some of you struggle with social anxiety. You can't be in crowds. You can't be where two or more people are gathered is just a trigger to you. So it can be any type of anxiety. So the response is always the same. You're struggling with one thing, and that thing is anxiety. So throw all those things under the anxiety umbrella and focus on your response. Because right now, when I think of it, I'm just like, why didn't my psychologist at that time, why didn't he just say, you are having anxiety? Because that's what I was struggling with. All those labels are self-defeating. So all those labels, I don't know, you have OCD, you have panic disorder, you have, GAD, you have OCD, you have social anxiety. I was struggling with one thing, which is anxiety. The same as, like, if you have malaria, do they place that you have, you have fever, you have, headache, you feel cold sometimes you lose appetite, all those things. Will you start treating those symptoms like singular? You're treating loss of appetite, you're treating, the fever, you're treating the cold, you're treating the headache. No, you are struggling with one thing, which is malaria. The same as anxiety. All these labels are self-defeating, because it will be like, how do I deal with OCD? How do I deal with GAD? How do I deal with social anxiety? And all that while you're struggling with one thing, which is anxiety. So the response is the same to all of these disorders. So as I told you, I want you to write down in the comment section, what was your diagnosis? I'm just curious.